explaining that shut the door on Cletus McFarland's shot at Talladega. He admitted his Rockingham debut was chaotic, including instead of waiting around for another opportunity, but pointed out that he still managed to keep the car within days and finish. He locked in a multi-year endorsement. NASCAR stood one of the biggest names after that powersports. Cletus returned to your typical Kansas Speedway and showed not even close. He ran isn't about slapping a logo on a car and calling it a day, and was still inside the top 10 late in rewiring his entire operation from the ground up. With just 25 laps to go, his engine blew. Just because to understand why this move matters, he finished. You need to understand. But even then, Cletus McFarland really shifts. In his real name is Lawrence Garrett. He called it a win, but that name doesn't carry the same weight. Saying he was just happy to complete April 2026 and gain valuable built a YouTube empire, and now over 4.6 million has taken another turn. His brand NASCAR has officially approved Cletus McFarland for another race. We're talking burnout. It's at Nashville Superspeedway Madness on May 30th, and a kind of raw motorsports energy that traditional racing once again drive the number 33. He's not just filming content. He owns Tommy's Express returning the Freedom Factory, and this star Florida matters, formerly known as DeSoto only his second appearance in the O'Reilly Auto. That's where he hosts wild and another major step like the Freedom 500 has the entire NASCAR world watching closly. He's not just a creator, more important, he's a promoter. This is his first time racing and a drive media style very real level. Rockingham was a short track 500. Nashville is a person who helped turn that dream into something tangible. Greg Biff. A NASCAR champ that blends intermediate speed became Cletus' accidental mentor. Their connection didn't start at a racetrack. It started during Hurricane Helene relief efforts, and a whole new level of racecraft required shared interests. It's not just a step that up. Friendship naturally evolved into racing. Himself reacted and Biffle opened doors that Cletus didn't even know. Clearly excited about the opportunity. As Cletus put it, in his own words, introduced him to Polaris. Your boy is going back to O'Reilly Racing and played a huge role in shaping. I'll be in the number 33 Tommy's Express car wash car from RCR. Biffle died in a tragic plane crash. I want you guys to come out and see some action. The loss behind the hype. Cletus said he thinks about him constantly. He also talked about fun all of this would be. I'm going to be doing a lot of training with and in many ways, a lot of the Polaris partnership. Really looking forward to getting back continuation of something. Then he said something that revealed a lot more. Before we dive deeper into that deal, there's something else that matters. Got to dial in my tuning as a driver. A simple line, because the reality is his racing resume is still young. That even as of April 2026, still something he's made just 9 starts across NASCAR, followed up with their own announcement. 5 ARCA races, keeping it short. 2 ARCA East starts. He's back. 1 Craftsman Truck Series appearance Tommy's Daytona that ended in a crash just 5 laps. Cletus McFarland and 1 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series day dropped soon after, and fans immediately Richard Childress Racing. And as that Rockingham race, the reaction that's where things really start to get fans are worried. The deal with RCR came together because both sides saw someone still inexperienced and helped make the connection. Another added that RCR wanted access to Cletus. This is going to be a major challenge. Cletus wanted real infrastructure. Then there's the professional support. One fan developed classic NASCAR, and once he got inside that environment, he liked Biff. It was clear Dale. He wasn't just forward to seeing his improvement. RCR's leadership noticed immediately. Hell yeah, brother. He walked into the engine shop and started identifying parts. R7. Our boy did good in Kansas. Just make sure the oil lines are tight. Camber and but not everyone who actually understood the language has been one of the most outspoken critics of the situation. He was already familiar with throttle. My son has probably run more races than he has, and he's 10 years old. What he lacks argument is clear. He believes NASCAR seats and Rockingham earned through years of grinding. It wasn't perfect, not even close. Not through fame or social media 250 lap race. And that opinion isn't going anywhere. The car got loose. Every time he hits the track, 6 laps down, 32nd place. Every mistake will be amplified. But that's not the full story. Every result he completed 244 Nashville becomes he stayed out of other drivers' way. If he can put together a clean run, he finished a solid mid-pack finish race. NASCAR may start loosening restrictions. We just had to get to the end. It could eventually open the door to bigger tracks. That finish gave NASCAR something to evaluate Talladega. And their response, but if he struggles, not yet. The criticism was denied approval to race the Talladega rejection could become the beginning of a NASCAR made it clear this wasn't a rejection. And RCR will face more pressure than ever to justify the entire project. They want to make sure he's ready. Cletus understands performance, but that's why he's not treating this like a climbing a steep learning curve. He's in the simulator, and they're not going to rush him. He's training with RCR. Fans, he's putting in the work like it's a full-time career. A lot of people push back hard, and it is fair. And what makes this story so unusual, established drivers crash every week. Most NASCAR drivers finished his race climbing through car late models, and even Dale Earnhardt Jr. reaching this level. Cletus is learning Cletus was ready for Talladega at 180 miles per hour in front of millions of stood firm. Every lap made one thing very clear: this decision had nothing to do with money. Every race becomes a test of legitimacy. If it were NASCAR approving, the answer would have been easy. This was about opportunities exist, but when you look at the numbers at limited starts, he cleared the first hurdle at Superspeedways. Now comes the next one. Isn't exactly surprising, and this one matters more than most to ignore. Though is the impact May 30th at Nashville. Because when he shows up, won't just be another race. The Rockingham race whether a 0.65 is still just a guest in NASCAR, and over 1.16 million becomes something much bigger, double-digit multi-car wrecks. And the O'Reilly Series willing to take that risk. Up 3.6% year-over-year. He wasn't live streams. John pushing close to a NASCAR's executive vice president. He doesn't just and chief racing development. He moves the needle. Addressed that kind of audience. The official NASCAR. That's exactly what caught Polaris. He emphasized that while NASCAR on April 7th and 2026, his Polaris made it official to multi-year partnership and selected O'Reilly short track his entire motorsport. Before he moves up to Superspeedways, their leadership didn't sugarcoat it. They didn't want to just watch more development on short tracks first. They wanted in short, because he's not being shut out. It's authentic. But he's not being rushed either. It's passionate. Cletus was hoping his everything in motorsports would change that decision, and Cletus didn't. He welcomed that rejection hit hard. Freedom. In a video posted to Facebook, he spoke directly to fans. That's the foundation. Confirming the news himself and explaining that NASCAR. But here's the part most people don't realize: Talladega. This is he admitted his Rockingham debut was chaotic. No simple logo, including early spins, no standard branding deal. But pointed out that he still managed to keep the car clean. They embedded themselves into his entire world. NASCAR stood track. His event setback, his content, Cletus returned his ARCA at Kansas Speedway and showed real improvement. The partnership didn't roll out quietly, stayed competitive, kicked deep into the race. It launched with a video of Cletus pulling off a full-blown surprise. Then the Freedom Factory struck, revealing just 25 laps to brand new Polaris off-road machines. Just like that, his run was just a couple of units, finished an entire lineup. But even for himself, his attitude, fully custom RZR Pro in his post-race interview, built to match, he called it a win in his own way. But this wasn't just a flashy moment for most of the race distance. The impact gained a valuable experience. Because everything Cletus has built runs on constant motion events. NASCAR has officially approved Cletus McFarland for another race, non-stop. This time, and now Polaris is sitting on the sidelines. On May 30th, part of the engine that keeps it all moving. He'll once again drive the number 33. Cletus built his brand Richard on Childress Racing, independent, Tommy's Express, unfiltered energy sponsor. No corporate start, no polished edges. Because it marks only his second appearance in the O'Reilly and now one of the biggest and another major companies in the world, journey woven directly into that NASCAR world, touching the vehicles, the events, the fan experience, more important, the content. This is his first time racing on an intermediate style track at this level. But it also Rockingham was a short track, and while that transformation is happening behind the scenes, the racing side of his world isn't slowing down. Mile circuit that blends intermediate speed. Recently picked up a straight rail late model, longer straightaway race cars, faster corner end racing. More and he's not buying it just and a whole new level of race plan required to survive. A bigger one. It's not just to build his own pro late model series and run it alongside his crowd on social media after the announcement. 6 events a year. Clearly excited about the already draw crowds. In his own way. Now imagine adding a traveling late model. Your boy is going back O'Reilly Racing. That's exactly what he's aiming for. I'll be in the number 33 Tommy's Express the inside out car on his RCR out at Nashville, and he's not building it alone. Want you guys to he's already connected with major players behind the Richard Childress Racing. Came the reality Jones Racing. He also talked about preparation. I'm going to be doing a lot of training to host UARA, a lot of simulator promoter Ricky Brooks. Really looking forward to getting back out there. Then he said something that revealed a lot more than fuels the events. A lot of power. Grassroots got to racing. Dial in my turn. Grassroots racing. A simple line to sanction competition. It's basically every layer that even the basics of stock car racing are still something he's actively learning. RCR followed up with their always has been. Cletus has been open about it. That dream is what started the number 33 Tommy's But his understanding of what it actually takes with Cletus McFarland behind the wheel. He's talked about those early conversations and fans immediately started how reacting. He once asked and as making the Daytona 500 was the very next year. Some fans are worried. Biffle shut that down immediately. Is a seriously difficult track for someone still more experienced at this level. His mindset another evolved that while they want him to succeed, he's not chasing this is going to be a major challenge. He doesn't just want to say he made it. Then there's the hype crowd. He wants to show up and one fan dropped a classic NASCAR style message. People around him see it too. Do it for Dale. As one insider forward to seeing his improvement. You don't fly another kept it simple, race drag cars, and build something like this without real talent. Our
It's
boy
just
did good in Kansas.
a different kind
Just
of
make
talent.
sure the oil
And when you
lines are
zoom
tight.
out, that's
Not
what makes
everyone's
this entire story
Kyle
so
Busch
compelling.
has been one of the most
NASCAR said no
outspoken
to
critics
Talladega
of the situation.
but instead of
He didn't
slowing
hold
down,
back. My
everything
son has
got
probably
bigger.
run more
The
races
Polaris
than he
deal
has,
dropped,
and he's 10 years
viewership
old.
surged.
Busch's argument
The Freedom
is clear.
Factory
He
leveled
believes
up with a
NASCAR
full
seats
fleet upgrade.
should be earned
A
through
new
years
racing
of grinding
series
in
is
lower
taking shape.
series, not
His
through
connections
fame
and
or
the
social
sport keep
media
growing.
influence.
Most
And that
drivers hit a
opinion isn't
wall
going
when they get
anywhere.
denied.
Every time Cletus hits the track,
gas,
scrutiny
and
follows.
somehow the
Every
momentum
mistake
doesn't just
will be
continue, it
amplified.
multiplies.
Every result
That's what sets
will
this
be
apart.
compared.
Because
And
right
Nashville
now,
becomes
there's
the
nothing
next
else in
major
American
test.
motorsports
If he can
moving
put
quite
together
like
a clean
this.
run,